This is house update number 3. If you haven't been watching, we just bought a 3-unit building that needs some work, but it's not technically like a fixer-upper or anything. It's technically livable, just it needs some work. So we are 3 weeks into this whole like getting things straightened out, and we are hitting a wall of money basically. So hi, I'm Bo.
Now I'm Win.
And this is going to be like a little bit of a downer, I guess, because it's really sinking in how much things are costing and how few people are taking credit, basically. Um, let's get right into it, I guess. So, first of all, I did have a CD, a certificate of deposit, that I had earmarked for education, for especially for when finishing his schooling to become an official teacher. And I liquidated that as soon as it became available. So that money is in the account and essentially half gone already. And that goes to say the next part, the basement remodel, that's still coming up. So there's significant water damage in our basement, which is one of the units. So we're waterproofing, and then we have to basically remodel it because we have to take out all the water damage. We have to remove all the water damage and replace it, which costs money, and a lot of money. And a lot of the quotes that we're getting, a lot of these contractors only accept cash or Zelle. They're not accepting any kind of payment plan. They're not doing any kind of credit, cash or Zelle. So bank accounts are draining, including the locksmith. Locksmith is, we had a bunch of locks that had to get replaced because a lot of them were like 100 years old and not working reliably. And that's dangerous when you have like people living in the place, and like if there's a fire and your lock isn't operating properly, you could get stuck. If your lock isn't engaging and there's a break-in because your doors aren't locking properly, that's also an issue. So that is in the process of getting fixed. We're about it's been like 5,200 so far. So we spent over 5,000 so far on locksmith, and we don't know how much more it's going to cost, but it's costing. It's costing more because we still have, once we get the basement done, that includes replacing at least 2 of the doors. Mm-hmm. Those doors need locks as well.
3 actually. There's the back door, the front door, and the security door.
Okay, so we have to replace 3 doors.
Yeah.
And those doors need locks. So that is an issue. And school ending. So Win is a substitute teacher currently, and that means he's not guaranteed full-time income during the summer. Summer is coming. So he's not sure exactly what he's going to be doing for work this summer. He knows he will be working because he works every summer. But the question is, will he be able to get full-time work during the summer, or will he be working part-time? So our expenses are going up and our income is going down. That's a bad combination. It's a real bad combination. And this basement remodel needs to be done before July, really. It needs to be done this month, if possible. Because every month we don't have this finished, we also don't have a tenant in the basement paying us rent. Which means that we're paying $2,300-ish a month for our mortgage while we're not making as much money during the summer. That's a bad combination, which brings me to anxiety.
Now, story time, very short story time. One of the things I've been telling my youngest about anxiety is that trying to fight it directly is not how that works. Your brain can't fight your brain and win. The only way out of anxiety is to focus on what you, the difference between what you do have control over and what you don't have control over. And that's at the heart of savings and budgeting. That's really what it's about. We have saved up for this, and
it wasn't enough.
It was not enough. We knew going into this that there was water damage. We did not know how much it would cost to repair it. Not for sure. We had an idea, and we hoped it wouldn't be that bad. We were wrong. It's bad. We are not entirely out of options. It's just that the options that are available are looking more and more grim. So that's a little vague, but I'm not trying to breathe life into that just yet. Suffice to say, yes, sir.
It's going to be expensive.
It's going to be expensive.
It's going to be expensive, and we don't have the money.
Yeah.
And the fact that our income is going down because when probably won't be working full time, like finding some place to hire you full time for 2 months that's a struggle.
Yeah.
That's a struggle.
I know they need some help at the boys' school where I work, but it's not all the way clear how many hours that's going to be.
Or how much it's going to pay per hour.
Yeah. And there's also InstaWork, but that's very much...
InstaWork is a temp agency app.
Yeah. And I got a lot of good work out of that last summer, but I wound up with a sciatica because I wasn't moderating well enough, and it was never entirely certain week by week how many hours I would have, and that's not how we save up. That's not how we budget. Not under anything like favorable circumstances.
So that's also why Wynn was saving up for a summer fund so that we could make it through the summer without him working full time. Now, this summer fund didn't take into account us paying $2,300 a month for our mortgage during the summer. We really need a tenant in the basement, like badly. So we don't have time to wait to pace this out and spend less money up front. We need to spend the money up front so we can have like a lease and a tenant giving us money every month. Because like the remodel has to be done regardless. Waiting is just going to cost us more money.
Yeah. And one more thing I want to bring up with anxiety. We have all these coping mechanisms for anxiety that we know about and have used in the past. We are still very much anxious eaters. And the amount of dining out has gotten ridiculous lately. So much of that is on me, and not having a strong enough sense of how very much money we're losing. You know, uh, uh, Tipping contractors and things like that. Stuff that is, appropriate, but, going a little overboard with that doesn't help.
Correct. And it's been very impulsive. So that's part of the problem is like when we get anxious because we both have ADHD, our anxiety is tied to our impulsiveness. So as we're like getting like upset about what's happening, we're getting more and more impulsive, which is kind of leading to financial spiraling. Now, that's not to say that this is all negative. It's not all negative. There is hope. There is hope. We are we're hoping that Wynn's twin sister will come through. She was originally supposed to buy the house with us, and then she decided that she was going to move out of state instead. That's one of the sources of my anxiety, really, because she was supposed to help with she was supposed to be living in the basement, so she was supposed to be our basement tenant and going in on buying the house with us. So that didn't happen. That impacted the finances of this a lot. We were prepared to do this by ourselves, but she did still promise to help us. So, like, hopefully that happens. If not, we can still do this. We can. It's just going to hurt a lot. And I might have to pick up a second job as well, which I'm not looking forward to, but I have done before, and I'll be okay. I'll be okay, which also might require me spending more money again because, oh, yeah, that's one of the things. I've been putting off getting my car fixed. My car was hit while it was parked in front of our apartment one day recently. So I have body damage that I haven't fixed because I didn't know what our finances were going to look like surrounding the house, and I didn't know if I would have to take money from the other savings funds that I have, including car maintenance. So, but if I'm going to do like Uber or something like that, then I have to fix that body damage, which is going to cost probably a little over $1,000. Is that worth making an insurance claim on? No, because my insurance deductible for my car is already $1,000, and paying an extra $300 or so to get this fixed is worth not having my insurance go up. It's just worth it. If it was like totaled, obviously I would make an insurance claim, but for minor body damage that's under $2,000, and it's probably under $2,000, then it's not worth the insurance going up, because insurance is going to get their money back. This isn't free money that they're giving out. Insurance is going to get their money back. And I would rather pay upfront and not pay over time with increased insurance premiums. But yeah, I can go back to driving Uber and Lyft. I did that for years. I can also do Insta work on the weekends. That's also an option.
And I can be working at the school and doing Insta work on the weekends.
No, you can't.
Why not?
Children
Every other weekend.
And getting your grading and stuff done.
During the summer?
Well,
it's not
that's
that kind of work.
summer. But
I'm just talking about the summer.
if you're teaching,
I'm
there's
not.
no.
It's not. So I would not be doing extended school year. I would be doing,
Extended school year or summer school.
yeah. I would be doing programming. So I glorified camp counselor,
Okay.
like
That re-
athletics
and
or
that requires no prep on the
uh,
weekends.
uh, prep. Yes, grading no.
But you would still have work to do outside of work hours.
No, I could do that during work.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very different from during the school year.
Okay.
It's not nearly as crushing. It'd be more like when I just got to be a sub, and that was the whole thing.
Okay.
So it would still be possible for me to take that second job, which again, got to do my part. Which kind of brings us full circle. The heart of all this budgeting, eyes wide open and all that. And the thing that I struggle the most with is not trying to compensate for bad situations, but just do the things I said I would do. And honestly, at this point, that's feels like the only way out of this is just do the things I said I would do. That would be less of that. Less of that.
Less anxiety.
Yes, less anxiety. Sorry.
Because some people are listening and not watching.
That's right. Less anxiety. So, folks, while there is a lot of uncertainty ahead, and one of the only things we're certain about is that the near future is going to hurt, broke hasn't beat budget yet. We are far from out of the clear, but the systems that we put in place have allowed us to continue moving forward on purpose, and sometimes that's all. That's the only good thing I can think of to say.
Yeah, I don't really have anything good to say. This is kind of a downer of a video, but I don't know how else to put it. Like
There's too many variables.
expenses are going up, income is going down, and we're hemorrhaging money. We're just hemorrhaging money, and I don't know when it's going to end. Preferably, if we can get the help, then that would put a dent in it. It's still like his sister never offered to pay for all of our like remodeling or anything. That wasn't what was happening. So we'd still have to pay those things off. But if she comes through anytime soon, preferably within the next month, hopefully these house updates will start looking up again.
Yeah. This is not good, but it's not enough to change what's true. We're not broke now. We're just looking real raggedy. So budget still beats broke.
And never forget that you too deserve financial stability. And I hope you have a great day on purpose. Bye.